Okay, guys, today we are talking about the Cloverfield paradox. I saw it last night, pretty new on Netflix. I was actually a fan of the original movie. I made my kids watch it. I'm one of those moms. It was funny. We were talking about aliens, and they were like, aliens don't exist. And I was like, aliens don't exist? Let me show you what would happen if aliens came down. And I actually made them watch the original Cloverfield. This is who I am as a person. So now that we got that out of the way, when I saw that they came out with sort of the prequel, I was like, all right, like I'll give this a go. I guess it was a prequel because the events happened sort of prior to everything that went down with the actual alien invasion. There will be spoilers here, so if you haven't seen it yet, move on. I hate spoilers. I hate people that ruin movies. So glaring alert, get away from this video if you don't want to know what happens. Basically, things that people do, scientists are trying to get energy sources from other methods in space to help the Earth, who were having a big problem with energy, which is odd because we had no mention of that in the first movie, so that was like strike number one. But okay, so I'm with you. So we're in space, we're trying to get this never-ending source of energy, and by using this massive sort of system, they ripped they shredded dimensions apart, and now we are intertwining with other forms of our own self, and the world is upside down, quite literally. So by them trying to sort of gain access to this power, this light, they opened up dimension portals, and that's how the monsters took place and came to Earth. Now, if you saw the first movie, it was house parties. People were like having all types of fun, cell phones everywhere. There was no sense of power outages and, fighting, and we're at the brink of war. There was no sense of that at all. So I found that a little bit odd that they went there. But having forgiven that part, I did enjoy the concept that the main character, Hamilton, was a grieving mother. She had lost two of her children at a fault of her own. And in this new dimension that she sort of ripped through, her children, her dimension children, were alive. So I really like that as a viewer, because I thought to myself, well, what would you do if you had your two children alive in another dimension and she killed them accidentally? She set a house on fire. What would I do if I sort of was able to get to them in another place? And to be quite honest with you, I would go to that second dimension, and I would probably kill the first. I don't know what I would do. I mean, I wouldn't kill. That's a horrible thing to say. But I would have a talk with my dimension number two self, and I would say, we have to share these children. I need to be a part of their lives. This is what happened to me over here. You can't. You are me. You have to let me have my children. And I think when I heard that angle, I was like, okay, I'm into this. So I kind of liked what they did with that. Other things that I didn't love was people were pretty calm when weird things were happening. Like in the middle of the movie, there was a character. She was in Guardians of the Galaxy, Elizabeth Debicki. Her name was Jensen. I actually interviewed her for Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And she was just like randomly found in the wall with pipes embedded into her body. She like landed into these pipes, and nobody really flipped out about that. I mean, they were like kind of concerned. They kept her in isolation in the glass room, and they were all sort of staring at her. But I'm going, you've been in space for almost 3 years. You didn't know there was a woman in your wall. Nobody's flipping out about this. So I didn't like that. Like, they were really lax. Like, you've been out of space for almost 3 years. A woman randomly shows up, is impaled by pipes and all types of things because she sort of landed into your spaceship, and we're all like, hey, let's patch her up. Like, I would not have done that. I think I would have left her there. Like, I would have been like, we can't, she's not real, we can't touch her, she's probably an alien. Has anybody seen any horror movies or sci-fi movies ever? They fixed her. They picked her up. They fixed her. You know, I was just like, that's so not real. Like, nobody would, I mean, real, we're talking about aliens, but to me, like, when things like that happen where people are just too calm about something so off the wall, it's annoying. Like, I'm like, who would be so calm about that? And then another scene, a guy's arm gets sort of eaten almost by the ship. It gets put right into the wall, and then he loses his arm. And the arm comes back with a message, writing with a marker, gives them a message of where to find something that they were missing. Everybody's cool with it. They're like, give the arm a pen. Let's find out what the arm has to say. And I'm watching this movie and I'm going, what is happening? There is an arm, a detached arm on the floor, asking for a marker pretty much. And nobody is like throwing up or having convulsions. Like they're all just like, hey, does anybody have a marker? Do you have a marker? Do you have a marker? And I'm going, like, why is nobody flipping out about this? They're actually responding to it. Like they have given into the chaos of what's happening. And it was just too, whoever wrote it, like, I wish they would have had somebody constantly vomiting out of concern or like having vertigo. Because in real life, if this stuff happened, there would not be 4Com people going, hey, you used the marker last, Jack. Where'd you place the marker? The hand wants to tell us something. That's not happening. So things like that, when that happens in movies, it makes me crazy. I'll take any invasion, Viking, alien, devil, like, give it to me. But when you people are calmly going, hey, the arm needs a marker. Does anybody have a permanent? Like, to me, I'm going, this is stupid. Like, the Vikings aren't stupid. The devil isn't stupid. The aliens isn't stupid. The fact that we're calmly looking for a marker for the hand that's severed on the floor, looking to send you a I'm like, that's stupid. So I don't know, like, so things like little things like that sort of get me like riled up. In the end, the ending was kind of like you expected it. I mean, they, you know, if you're watching this, you've obviously saw it. It pretty much looked like they came to Earth and then the monster ate them. Although we don't know for sure. They left it sort of open-ended. But, I mean, I kind of knew that was happening because of the way the guy was like, why'd you let them come back? Why'd you let them come back? I mean, you know, I would have probably left them in space anyway, but then how long can you be in space without oxygen? It was sort of a lose-lose for those people up there, but I don't know what they're going to do with Clover 3. I mean, maybe what they'll try to do is send somebody back up to undo the tear. That's my only guess, but we'll see where they take us. What did you think about the movie? Did you enjoy it? What did you think about those little parts that I had a little bit of a concern with? Did they not bother you? I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting. That's it. Until next time.